Hello, I'm Sarah of Communication Liberation. Now, in stammering therapy, things such as block modification are traditionally learnt in 3 stages, and I'd like to illustrate why this is with an example. So, for the last 6 weeks I've been visiting a hospital, and there's a door that I have to open each time, and the door has some tiles behind it and no doorstop. So the very first time that I opened the door, it went flying open and went bang against the tiles, and I had quite a shock and kind of looked around to see if I'd frightened anyone. And it was only afterwards that I thought, oh, okay, so that happened because it's quite a easy to open door and there's no doorstop and there are tiles, right? Okay, I've got to grips with why that happened. So this is like in block modification, where you start off by looking at modifying your stammer after the moment of stammering. So you kind of look back and modify it after the event. So so then I continued to pay my weekly visit to this hospital, and I think probably the next couple of times the same thing happened. It was bang, the door made a tremendously loud bang, and frightened myself a bit with it, and but then afterwards thought, oh yeah, okay, so that happened because of this. And then it was it was only by about week 4 or 5 maybe that that I sort of, my awareness had improved and I caught it a little bit earlier. So the door still banged because I didn't fully realise in time, but I was able to kind of catch it a bit sooner. So in block modification, this would be equivalent to what we call in-block modification, where you realise you're in a moment of blocking or stammering, and in that moment you're able to start working with it in a different way. So then finally, last week when I went to this hospital, I again sort of had improved a little bit, and it almost didn't bang, but it did still bang a bit. And at that point I thought, you know what, the next week, I'm quite confident that I'll have enough awareness that I'll actually be able to make the adjustments necessary to open that door more slowly and gently, and take into account the tiles and the lack of the doorstop and all of that. And so this would be equivalent to pre-block modification, where you do something different on the approach to the feared word or the word you think you're going to stammer on. So these are the 3 stages. And I've used this story to illustrate how block modification is usually taught in 3 stages, but this can also apply to other habitual aspects of stammering, such as stressful thoughts, physical tension, and so on. So yes, I hope this has been helpful in some way. I can let you know over on Facebook if next week I do manage to open that door without making that tremendous banging noise. Yes, if you'd like to receive more of these video blogs, then if you go over to my website, communicationliberation.co.uk, you'll find a free support area there where you can just fill in your name and your email address and click subscribe. Bye for now.